Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to see you again. My name is Teresa and I am a self-taught watercolorist, and in today's video I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks for beginners in watercolor. And I also have a cup of coffee with me, so feel free to have any drink of your choice. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay, tip number one is to start small. When I'm talking about small, I want to refer to the size of the paper. When you first start with watercolor, I highly suggest that you start to pen a small size of paper. I have like a big sheet. I order a big sheet of watercolor paper, and I usually just cut them out into small pieces like this and then start painting on these pieces. I think that when you start with a small size paper, it's gonna help you feel less intimidated compared to starting with a huge size of paper. And because of that, you will likely get into the habit of painting more often. And also with a small size of paper, it's gonna allow you to paint different subjects in a short time. And I think the mini or small size of painting are cute too. If you take a look around Instagram, there's a lot of artists on Instagram. They always do the painting in a mini size, and I follow a lot of account like that, and I think that I really like those mini size paintings. Number two, to start simple. When we first started, if we choose a subject that is too complicated and too much detail that require advanced techniques, it's likely that you will feel overwhelmed and may give up, and that is the thing that we don't want to happen. So my advice is, when you first started, it's better to choose any subject that you want to paint, the easy one, the easy for reference, easy scenes. For example, my favorite subject to paint is landscape, so whenever I choose a photo reference to paint, I always choose the one with a simple composition and that has all the elements that I think that I can paint and it's doable for me. And also, one tip is that when you paint from a photo reference, remember that you don't have to paint every details that are shown in the photo. You can always remove all the details that you don't like and you feel that is unnecessary, and just choose to focus on one thing. You can imagine just like when we take a photo and we always want to put in focus one subject, and everything else is gonna be blurry, and it's gonna be similar to when we paint as well. Just choose one subject and remove all the unnecessary detail that you don't want to be in your painting. By that way, it's gonna make it easier for you, and always remember, in painting, less is more. And tip number three is to start spending time to learn a little bit about color theory, color wheels, and color mixings. And if you know how to mix colors, you can save a lot of money on buying different pens, and you can find a lot of free and in-depth tutorial resources on YouTube. I myself learned a lot from YouTube as well. There's a lot of artists that provide free content, in-depth content, how to mix colors and how to use color wheels. I personally think that colors plays an important role in every painting. Color can communicate mood, emotions, and atmosphere. And if you know how to use colors, you're gonna make your painting look so much better. And tip number four is to be okay with whatever it turns out. Not every painting will turn out the way you expect it to be, and that's okay, that's normal, even for professional artists. You have to let go of expectation, just focus on the process and have fun. And just let watercolor and your brushstroke surprise you in the end. And if the final result is something that you don't like, don't beat yourself up, don't be too disappointed, and just take it as a chance to learn and to improve in your next paintings. And I also have one bonus tip for you guys that I don't actually see a lot of people doing it often. This is a tip that I learned from a lot of professional artists, because professional artists, they usually sell the paintings and they always sign their names at the bottom or on the other side of the paper in their paintings. and I think that is a great way to give you credit. And personally, I myself, when I noticed that, I try to get myself into the habit that I always sign my painting whenever I finish, and I highly suggest that you do the same too, because that is a piece of art and it should have the name of the people that make it, and by that way you will feel much better, and it can be a great way to motivate you keep painting. Alright guys, those are all the tips and tricks that I want to share with you today. I hope that you find this helpful, and I hope these tips and tricks can help you to become better in your watercolor journey. And if you have any question, feel free to comment below. I will try to answer all of them as soon as possible. And if you want to learn how to paint, I have a tons of tutorial on my channel. It can be floral or landscape, whatever you prefer. I will link all the link of the videos below. Feel free to check that out. If you want to check out my portfolios and my works, you can visit my website at teresabui.com. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot, and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you on my next video. Bye. And if you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up